Well, for almost 2 decades, women everywhere have been wondering, whatever happened to Bridget Jones? Well, she's back, and the new novel, Bridget Jones, Mad About the Boy, is our second Today Book Club selection. And Today contributing correspondent Jenna Bush Hager recently traveled to London, got to interview Helen Fielding, the author herself. Jenna, good morning. I'm jealous.
I did. She was amazing. Good morning. She's back, and even though she's a 50-something single mom, she's still the Bridget Jones we all fell in love with. Bridget Jones, in her diary, gave a generation of 30-something women validation that in life, it's sometimes okay to pick the wrong man, the wrong outfit, or even the wrong undergarments, and still be practically perfect.
To Bridget.
Just the way we are.
Just as she is.
But could Bridget in her 50s have the same effect? The world shall soon find out.
Hi, how are you? It's extraordinary coincidence.
I can't believe we ran into each other on this bridge.
It's just an extraordinary.
Helen Fielding is not only the author of the original Bridget Jones novels, but she herself was her very own inspiration for the character she created. So it's no coincidence that her latest installment, Mad About the Boy, 14 years after the last, finds Bridget a single mom in her 50s. Because that's where Helen finds herself in life right now, as well.
Okay, so first off, it's been 14 years. What
has it really?
Yes.
Yeah.
What took so long?
With something like Bridget, which is an unexpected success, you have a choice. Either you keep carrying on doing the same thing over and over again, or it means something really important to you and you wait until you're ready and you have something important to say again.
Bridget has gone through quite a transformation.
Well, I dared to make her in her 50s. I thought, you know what, when I wrote the first Bridget, the idea of the 30-something single woman was still a tragic barren spinster. Miss Havisham going to end up dying alone and being eaten by a dog. And as I was looking around me, I thought the same thing's going on with the 50-something woman. She's got a tight perm and a shopping bag. She's not sexually viable. She's past her sell-by date. All these stereotypes are still there, but they're not reflecting what's really happening, which is women of what used to be called middle-aged have still got it all going on.
And Bridget at 51 may still have it going on. But it's who she has it going on with, which may have fans in a frenzy.
Read all about it. Bridget's back and Mr. Darcy's dead.
Mr. Darcy's dead.
Oh my God.
Bridget Jones, will you marry me?
Last we heard from Bridget in the movie version, starring Renee Zellweger, she was engaged to the dashing, reindeer sweater-toting, human rights lawyer Mark Darcy, played by Colin Firth. In this next book, Mr. Darcy has met an untimely demise, leaving our dear heroine, from the very first page, a widow with 2 small children.
The hardest thing was calling up Colin Firth to tell him, and it was one of the strangest conversations of my life, because I had to ask him if he had someone with him and if he was sitting down, and it was literally as if someone really, really had died. But then we kept sort of laughing because they hadn't.
Did you cry when you had to kill him off?
Well, the thing is, I am writing about Bridget being older. It is comedy, but for me, comedy comes out of real things, and there are very few people who've got to Bridget's age to whom something sad has not happened. And in the way that the first book was about the gap between how you feel you're expected to be and how you actually are, I think this one is about the gap between how you think life ought to turn out and how it actually does turn out. And Bridget's motto is KBO, keep buggering on.
And as she buggers on, fans will be pleased to discover Bridget is still Bridget, with a few modern updates. Instead of counting calories, she counts Twitter followers. And instead of an inappropriate relationship with her boss, she might just have one with a much younger man.
Tell me, how do you think Bridget Jones fans will walk away from the book? Will they be cheering? Will they need Kleenexes?
I hope that when people have read the book, they'll feel as though they've had a slice of life. And I hope they'll have cried. I hope they'll have laughed. And most of all, I hope they really have a lovely, lovely time reading it.
Well, I think we should make a cheers to Bridget and her new life.
Definitely. Cheers.
Cheers.
And here's to being, as dear Mark Darcy used to say,
Just as you are.
Cheers. And we have another secret to spill. Daniel Cleaver, Bridget's boss, will be making a few guest appearances in this book, and you'll be very surprised to find out why. So we're not exactly spilling the secret, but he's back.
He was a bit of a cad.
He was
right?
a cad.
He was a cad. But he's turned out to be a pretty good guy.
All right, so you read the book? You loved
I read
it?
the book.
Thumbs up?
I loved it. I loved her. She's
Okay.
smart, she's funny, and she makes us all feel like we're good just the way we are.
Well, the book hit shelves next Tuesday. Helen Fielding is going to be here on Wednesday. If you want to go to today.com, you can RSVP for the second Today Book Club Google Hangout. Helen Fielding, November 4th, and connect with other fans like us and Bridget Jones.